Hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. Just trying to figure out what would work okay. Because I'm just using a webcam. I'm not that familiar with it. So welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Donna. Just hoping somebody will pop on, even if just for a few minutes. Just so I can tell you what I've been up to, because I know there's probably not going to be a video this week, and I am starting to gain subscribers a little bit faster than I was before, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy with my watch time. But I also know I'm struggling for the last couple of weeks with a lot of different things. One is sometimes doing a simple card just isn't what I can do. And I struggle with I try to make things more complicated than what they really need to be. So I think my next video will be back to basics, kind of back to a, like just simple stamping, because I do have 2 major cards in the works. They're not working out the way I want, and I spent so much time on them that I want to just start over, but I'm not going to. I will just put them aside and try it again. So tonight, I'm going to make some really simple journal cards for my junk journals. Now, junk journaling is new to me. I've only made these 2. I'm making a 3rd one for recipes. This is my prayer journal. I'm not religious. I don't really need a prayer journal, but I know a lot of people that I could give it to. So I did make this one out of some digital downloads and stuff, and it turned out really, really pretty. I have a video for this on there. This is my first one I did at a Reader's Digest book that I took apart and gutted and all that kind of stuff. This is the actual cover for the Reader's Digest, and I thought that was so pretty. It has this little bird on it. But I think I only use this really for, you can tell it's not very thick, but I only really use this just for putting my samples, anything that I've made that I just want to keep to remember how I did it, and that it's just that I can make more of them. Hope that made sense. This is one of the ones I did last week. It's a journaling card, and for me, a junk journal, I don't want a journal that's just for putting stuff in, like just for putting junk in. I want a journal that's for writing in, one that you can put pictures in. I would love to have had one for when my son was young, because I would have preferred that to have like a baby boy all blue junk journal, because to me that would have been so much more amazing to have that, to be able to put slide pictures in, etc., rather than a scrapbook to sit down and scrapbook. I'd rather have had something almost pre-made to just fill it up with pictures and journaling, etc. So these are the 2 that these are the things I'm going to be making. I'm not going to make this tag, even though I like this one. This one I stamped with one of the Stampin' Up stamps, and then I colored it in with our blends, but I'm going to make them more of just a card rather than a tag. So the ones I'm going to be making are going to be something like this. This is kind of my prototype. This one I haven't really quite finished, because I'm going to be stamping the inside with lines and the outside with lines as well. Okay, so what I have here are this is just some, I don't know, craft cardstock. It's just generic. I'm not really even sure where it came from. Maybe Michael's. I don't think it's Stampin' Up. Doesn't look like Stampin' Up. This is 9 inches by 3.5, and then I scored it and just folded them in half to make kind of a journal that I can write on, like on the inside and on the back, and then just the front would be decorated. The things that I want to decorate it with are just some kind of paper, music paper. Now I do have lots and lots and lots of music sheets now. I was getting kind of low, but then I lucked out and found a couple of bunches of them. And then some, whatever I wanted to put on top. Now I have a big tub of stuff. Someday I'd like to organize it. And it's got, extra, like if I was stamping something to make cards. or die cutting something and I had extras, I would put them in here. If I had paper that I wanted just the image off of, I would cut them out, etc., etc. I have some of Tim Holtz dolls. So that's what I wanted to use. Now I have in here, oh, I have everything in here. I have flowers, I have butterflies, I have whatever. And then I have one of those Tim Holtz things with all the pages on. I also have a lot of digitals that I've bought. I haven't printed all of them off yet. But some of them are in there. Especially, you know how, you know, when you get crafting and you get all the extra stuff in and you want to do something with it. So this is how I made these ones from just the front of this. I have, oh, I need my ruler. Just some music sheets here too for the first layer. And this is actually, I think, a French English dictionary that I thought was pretty cool. And I like the really tiny font that's in it. That's all I got. I don't think I bought any book pages other than that. And I'm going to glue them down with a glue stick just to the front. And I need my ruler, a little ruler. I don't know where my, this one, or my Tim Holtz one, I don't know. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm not just talking to the air, but I'm used to that too. So I'm just going to kind of not measure it. I don't want any of the boring part. I just want the actual music part. And I don't want it too raggedy at the end. But I don't want it perfectly straight either. And I don't really want the white pieces on my journaling tags. Well, they're not tags, I guess they're cards. So as I was saying, I'm probably not going to have a video this week because this week has been crazy. Some of you may know that I've been laid off since March 31st of 2020 due to COVID. Apparently it was supposed to be a temporary off, but you know, crap happens. I've gotten called back once for a few weeks of part-time and then got laid off again. Then I was called for 1 day of overtime, and that was the end of that. And then, and of course, different shifts. So that's why it's making it really hard to schedule things I'm trying to do with classes and everything else, because I never know what from one day to the next what I'm doing, because I work midnight shift and I want my midnight shift back and I prefer midnight shift, but unfortunately you have to take what you can get, right? Like you can't tell them when you're going to work. You got to work when hours are there. What I do is I clean for a company that cleans for a university and college, local college and local university. So if there's no classes, they don't need me, right? So I think there's about 80 of us all together. I think maybe half of us might be back at work now. Anyways, I got called back this week for in the morning, which is awesome. Unfortunately, it also messed up my class I'm taking because I was worried about not having a job, and EI, you kind of have to be out looking for a job. So I decided I would take the H&R Block course and see if I can go back with them for, you know, a little bit. Originally, it wasn't my plan to go back to H&R Block until I more or less retired. But you know, I've always worked. I've never been off for this length of time. The longest length of time I've ever been off work is when I worked for GM. And I was laid off for a very short period. Or actually, no, not even then. Not even then. So I was... Sorry, someone came down the stairs and I wasn't sure what was going on. But anyways, so the longest time I've ever been off of work is when I had my son, and that was for 7 months, and that was it. So this seems like it's just dragging on way too much for me. Anyways. So that's why it's really hard to plan like classes and stuff I want to do. See, I had a couple people, but they all left. That's okay. They say you don't get much of a turnout until you get over 1,000 subscribers. Oh, I put the glue on the wrong side. Oh well. I don't like things that are too grungy. But I know most people do, so I am going to ink up these edges. Originally I wanted to do these there was 2 journals I have in mind. One's going to be pink and one's going to be lavender. I like my journals to have a theme. Oops. So I was thinking, something lighter, not so grungier, and maybe with more purple flowers and pink flowers, just so I had an assortment to choose from. But I don't know. We'll see. I also saw Mike. I don't know how you say his last name. I think it's Deacon. I think he's over in the UK somewhere. He has a new digital, or his partner has a new digital download with all butterflies and stuff in it. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I should just buy that because it has almost everything in it that I could possibly need. Now I want to decorate the front. Or actually, maybe, yeah, we'll decorate the front. So I don't know. I'm only going to stay on for a few minutes. What should I put on the front? I have postage stamps. I have this book full of postage stamps. And I also love butterflies, but I think these butterflies might be a little bit too big. Yeah, most of them look a little bit too big. These are kind of cute, these ones. But they kind of stand up a bit. I don't know. Grab that. That has interesting stuff in it. Oh, I also have these. These are Stampin' Up! Flowers that I cut out from some DSP. And birds. They're cute. I think they'll use one of those. Maybe something smaller. Yep, right. That's going to be up, so yep, I think that's pretty, I guess. Bring my book in here to glue on. I know people say it's easier to do YouTube lives with your phone, but I don't have enough subscribers to do that. So I don't have authority, I guess it would be, to do that with my phone. I think I would have a better orientation that way. Should I put anything else on there? Probably should put that underneath. Like I should put something underneath it. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it like that. I don't know. Hold on. Just a little bit up to the top there. So, okay. I think we need a word or something. Something small. Oh, I think these are, I don't know. I like these black ones, but I think they're... I don't know. Time for tea. That wouldn't make any sense on that. Nope, don't like it in there. So anyway, so I got called back on Friday evening to start on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, which I wasn't expecting. And my H&R Block course was, of course, scheduled for the mornings as well. So they called me 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. So it means I had to go and call H&R Block to try and change my class to an evening. So I got changed okay, so it was awesome because I thought, great, I'm now working, and this is what happens when because of COVID, we're not doing our regular shifts and everything's messed up, right? But what can you do? You have to just deal with it. So I got my class switched okay, so that was good. But then I remembered I'm in a Stampin' Up kind of something for demonstrators on November the 4th, and it's an all day. It starts at 1 and goes to 9 o'clock in the evening. And it's on the same night that my class is on. So I don't know. I think my computer might be overloaded that night because I'll just have to bounce in between the two. And because I paid for them, I paid for both of them, both Stampin' Up thing and the H&R Block. I kind of have to do both. Okay, where did I put that little thing? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp some lines on here for journaling, and with that little piece of corrugated cardstock. It was just here. Oh, there it is. And I love this because it's just where it's the inside, the corrugated. So it actually puts little marks, so it helps with just so you can write in a even row. And I'm just using it with some Early Espresso ink and using this as a stamp. So long story short, everything's all confused. I've canceled and rearranged so many things now that I just don't feel I can make any plans for anything concrete because I don't know what's coming up from one day to the next anymore. But I do have 2 ideas for 2 cards. I will get to the bottom of it. I will figure it out how to do it the way I want it to be, I guess. I'm going to stamp this one, my original one, at the same time. There we go. Getting ink everywhere. There we have those 2 are done. Now I didn't put any words on this one. I'm not sure if I shouldn't put any words on it. I said I just want something simple. I didn't want to have to think too hard, I guess, because these 2 cards, like the last 2 weeks have just been crazy. I think it has to be black though. I want this one. Do your best. Never give up. I don't know. And stay curious. Why not? I kind of like things in threes. So there are 2 journaling cards done. Okay, so for the other ones, I think I'll do one more and then we'll call it a night. I'm not even sure. This was a test to see if I could get YouTube live to work, but does it show me anywhere how long I've been? Oh yeah, 20 minutes. Okay. So for this one, I think I'm going to use one of the French English dictionary pages that I have. And the same thing, I want it basically the same size, but I want just writing. I don't really want all the other stuff on there. All the white or the empty spots. Not sure if I'll keep this live or not. What's the word? I might not keep this video in on my playlist. I might just delete it afterwards. We'll see. I don't normally like craft and chats myself because I find that I like things that just move along quickly. I don't want to have a lot of crafting or chatting type stuff in them. I want to just get to the whatever you're going to show and get done with it. I just find because time right now is such a premium, even though I know, you know, I've been laid off, but because I do all these other things as well. So, okay, where's my paper? Oops. And it started I was supposed to have a class tonight, but it started with no sound, and they kept saying everybody had no sound. They kept saying no, it was us, not them. But I've never had a problem with sound, so I really didn't think it was me. And as it turned out, I found out afterwards it wasn't us. It was, I don't know, the software that they were using. I don't know. Anyways, so I want to do something quick and easy. Oh, that didn't work. Quick and easy. That wasn't going to stress me out today. As my channel was doing for the last week or so, have been it's growing quite nicely, so I'm happy with that. And now I feel guilty because I'm not able to put out a good video this week. So this somehow might compensate for it, I guess. You know, I have a little tiny spot that I'm working in, and I'm still managing to lose everything. Okay, fine. I'll just grab that. Trying to find my tool to do the sponging on the edge. Sometimes I wondered if I did something like this on a lighter cardstock, like white. And then, as I said, I was going to do a journal that's going to be on all lavenders and stuff. So I I want more like shabby chic, not so grungy, more shabby chic. So I wonder if I did like a lighter, like a white, or maybe a slightly off-white. And then instead of doing the sponging in Vintage Photo, if I did it in like, I don't know, Highland Heather or some other distressed ink color or Stampin' Up color, what it would look like. Okay, so what did I do on the other ones? I did those flowers. Well, this one was actually, that's a Tsunami Rose digital download. This was a Stampin' Up one. So what should I put on that one? What should I put? There's some butterflies. Some other butterflies, those are smaller ones. for these. These are from another project I did a video on, actually. These are leftovers. They're the tulips. I think we can use those. Oh, I think I want darker though, more vibrant color. Obviously, I did them with the Wink of Stella, it looks like. Oh. Yeah, there's a lavender color or a purple. That looks like Highland Heather, so we'll use that one. Those ones. Keep a leaf. Keep a couple of stems. Keep a yellow one out because I like yellow. Yellow is actually my favorite color, but another purple one. That should do it. Keep forgetting it's not a card, but that's going to be up because it's a journaling card, not a greeting card. I want some smaller ones. Whoops. It amazes me sometimes, those big YouTubers that have these hour-long crafting chats, and they always have so much to talk about. Maybe we'll just do that. No, you know what? I don't even like it. Forget it. See how sometimes I just struggle with what I want, and then when it doesn't turn out exactly the way I want, I just get frustrated. How about just a nice big butterfly? Yep, I think that's it. Butterfly. Where's my stamps? A nice stamp, maybe. I love that stamp. And I hoard the pretty ones. I don't use them, I hoard them. Oh, that's too big for that stamp, for that butterfly. Do. No. Look at these ones. That's pretty. I think that'll do. Okay, bring back my book. Stamp. I mean, crafting shouldn't be stressful. I just found last little while it has been stressful. And why does everything have to be perfect? I don't think everything has to be perfect, but I want it perfect for perfect for me. It does not be perfect for, well, what I might consider perfect won't be perfect for somebody else, but you know what I'm saying. That butterfly, I believe, was DSP2 that I cut out with my scanning cut. Look how even the little antennae I cut out, considering how small they are. Okay, now what? Oh, some words. I think sometimes I should just pick it and not worry about what it says. Just pick it. Oh, that'd be cool. Adventure awaits you, and then be open to whatever comes next. That's kind of cool. And even though it's not going to be in threes, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp the lines on the inside. Probably would be better if I just did all the stamping at once, but yeah. I just love the way that looks. If you want something really vintagey and not perfect. I could also add some gems, I guess, to these, but because they're going to end up in a journal, I don't know if I want too much stuff that's going to be bulky or might be moved around enough to get look, my hands knocked all over the place. Oh, that would be awesome if I hadn't put the book page upside down. Thinking if I would notice. Can't believe I did that. Because the opening part is supposed to be up because I want to go like that. I mean, no, that wouldn't work. Oh, well. There's 3 of them done. They're actually kind of fun. The other one, did I show you the other one? The tag. The tag I like even better. Apparently I buried it somewhere. Yeah, it's gone. Probably on the floor somewhere. Okay, one more. Maybe this time I'll do it the right way. No, I think I have 4 left, but I think I'll just do one more. And I think I'll go back to the music paper. I think I want to make another cover, even though I am working on a recipe junk journal, but I want to make another cover for that only because I saw it. I think it was from Pam from the Paper Outpost. I believe that's where I saw it, where she took all these little scraps and she made the cover and she kind of like Mod Podged it. It looks so adorable, and that's how I want to do my lavender one. I think it's like that with all these little bits and pieces, and that it looked gorgeous. Make sure we put it on right this time. I was so excited this week too because there's a lot of YouTubers that I love that are like crafty type YouTubers, obviously, like Sam from Mixed Up Craft. Jennifer McGuire, Christina Warner, Amy R., Pam from Paper Outpost. But anyways, Sam from Mixed Up Craft liked my video and made a comment, and it just made my day. I thought, wow, I have a celebrity in our midst. It did. It made me feel wonderful that she took the time to watch my video. And I'm thinking maybe that's why, because this week for almost for, not quite for last week, but last week I had a little bit of a dry spell where I didn't get a lot of subscribers. But all of a sudden I started getting quite a few, one right after the other. So I don't know if that's why, because I can't figure out what people are watching right now, because it's not my newest videos. It's one of my older videos, because I know my newest one hasn't changed that much. Okay, so that one's upside right. And while just because it's here, I'm going to stamp the lines on so I can move it out of the way. I would love to get my channel monetized at some point. That wasn't my goal when I first started. Basically, I just wanted to showcase Stampin' Up! Products. Now, because I realize that I'm not a salesman, I know I'm not. Even though I belong to a great team, my upline is fantastic. She's probably one of the top in Canada. I know that that's not where my skills lie, or in sales. Look, it's got my fingerprint on it now. But I love Stampin' Up! Products. So I will always use Stampin' Up! Products. But there's also a lot of other things that I could be using, that I can use and can do, not just card making. Okay, what else do I have in my bag of tricks over here? Oh, dragonfly. Oh no, they're bugs completely. I don't think I want those. Not bugs. Those are tiny. That was some toadstools. Those are probably a digital download too. I don't know. What does one put with a toadstool? That one I have a pencil mark on it. I have to erase. That was for the scan and cut. I must have used the scan and cuts to cut it out. Any other colors? I want something bright. Yes, no. No, I think that's ugly. All right, not that. I would really like to use one of these feathers. But most of them are so big. Not so big it's cut in half. Love that one. Too big. Like this one. These ones are actually cut from Stampin' Up! Paper. I can tell by the back of them. Okay, we'll use that one somehow. But I think I need something else. Okay, maybe what goes with a feather? Really done a bird? Oh, that one. I don't know. What the heck do you put with that? I'm gonna find something that I haven't used. What's this? What's this? Oh, birds. Okay, let's see. This looks like a digital download too. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I think so though. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. Looks like a blue jay. That one doesn't have a lot of color. This was Stepping Up paper. I think this is where my ink was running out. It didn't print very well. Ooh, I like that. Then, no, I didn't want that. See what I mean? Sometimes I just can't make up my mind. And yet when I watch other people do it online, I go, no, 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 you got to do it this way. I like that bird. He's just so dull looking though. I want something with lots more color on him. Is that the same bird? It is, same blue jay. Okay, we'll use him. That, of course, a stamp because I have so many of them to use. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? But should I really put a bird stamp with a bird? No. How about that? Sometimes I just think, just make a choice and stick with it. Go with it. Run with it. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Okay, bring this back in. Gonna glue them down. That's fine. You should see my desk. It's such a mess. Okay, and then now just some words. And actually, I do feel a little bit better because, you know, crafting is good for your soul. And, you know, as I said last week, everything's just not working out the way I wanted it to work out. So I think crafting is good for your soul. Okay, how about make a difference? Have an open heart. Oh, there's another small one I can throw in there. Be you, be brave. Oh, I don't want on top of his beak. Let's move it. There we go. Kind of ripped it a little bit, but that's okay. Be you, be brave. Be you bravely? That doesn't make sense. Oh well, that's what it says. So who knows? I believe these are all Tim Holtz ones. So I'd have to ask Tim Holtz how he came up with that. Okay, so that's it. These are the cards that I made. I still have journaling cards. I still have, I may have a few more left to do, but there's 4. And they're okay. They're not, you know, I don't think they're going to match any of my journals, my future journals that I have plans for. But I mean, well, this one I wanted to actually be filled with birds because it had the bird on the front of the Reader's Digest. So I thought this would be cool with a lot of birds in it. So I think this, obviously I had it download with birds on it. I don't have enough pockets. I think I need more pockets in this one. But I said, this is just my sample, some of my sample junk journal. Maybe I can fit them in my other one. This is my favorite one. I think I did it, considering, not a bad job. There we go. That one fits in there quite nicely. I'm going to find some other spots. Oh, you can't really see too well on that screen, but that's where I put that one. It's on the inside cover. It actually would fit in the bag. I have a bunch of these deli bags. Yeah, they fit in there. That would be cool. I always meant to do a video on how I made these because they're so cute too. I never did. That's a digital download. I think from Gail Augustinelli, I think her name was, about those from. Almost this whole book almost is a download except for the tea-dyed papers that I put in. And the scrapbooking pages. These are scrapbooking pages. Stamping Up, I believe. No other envelopes. Besides, those are pockets. This needs more pockets. I think I need a pocket on the back. That one can go in there. Is that all of them? Yep, that was it. So that is it. Thank you for joining me. Please comment and subscribe and all that fun stuff. As I said, not sure if I'll keep this video up or not. I might just delete it afterwards, but we'll see. Because I didn't really show. This was supposed to be more of a chat to say what was going on, because of this week there was no video. And I'm kind of having withdrawal symptoms from not putting up a video. So today was the last day for the starter kit promo for Stampin' Up. So if you're interested in that, hop on over to my online store. I'll try to remember to put the links into. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. I am working on a blog. I have my first blog post up. Well, I had a blog before under Blogger, but it didn't look nice. So I actually got my own domain name, hosted a website, and started a blog, and I'm doing it all myself. And that's really kind of hard for me. It's not my area of expertise, but it's coming along. It looks okay. It's at www.dragonfliescreation. Nope, the Dragonflies. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what it is now. I think it's www.thedragonfliescreations.com. I'll have to look it up because I know it's different from my Stampin' Up one, but it has my blog in there as well, and it has links to other things like my diamond painting and my Stampin' Up and everything else, and my junk journals and stuff like that. So that was kind of fun to do, but it was also a little bit nerve-wracking too, and that was the other thing that was holding me up doing some crafting. But now I feel a little bit more better. I feel a little bit more energized, and hopefully I will have a video up next week. Probably won't be this week because, as I said, the two I'm working on are very big, or not. They're not big. They're complicated cards. So I want to make sure I get it right before I actually create the video. So please subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Have a good evening.